of where the community fits into the MPD system, and then where Neighborhood Watch, or what you're calling your neighborhood network, fits into that system, and how you as a block captain then fit into that network. So we're going to start at the top and describe that you have now become part of the 2nd District. And this is a picture of what the 2nd District looks like. There are 8 PSAs. That stands for Police Service Area, PSA. And you'll see PSA from now on. So you should know PSA means Police Service Area. And you are PSA 208. This is the section for 208 right here. I'm in 201 at the top, and it goes from 1 down to 8. The goal for me as chair of the 2nd District Citizens Advisory Council was to have Neighborhood Watch in every one of the PSAs in the 2nd District before December of 2008. We now have 6 out of 8 of the districts have Neighborhood Watch programs, so we're on our way. And the final goal is to have a block captain on every single block or in every single apartment building. So we will have a captain in every building, and that's our major goal. And once we finish the 2nd District, we'll move to every other district in the city across the district and try to push crime out of the city completely. From 8 years of working with MPD, we've studied the actual crimes. Every day I get a crime report. It's the first email I get every morning. I study the crimes and look to see what kind of crimes are we having and what can we do about it. And what we found is that more than 50% of the crime we're having in the city is preventable. It's preventable through education and through taking certain steps. If I leave my purse on the back of my chair in a restaurant, I'm more likely to have my purse stolen than if I have my purse in my lap. Okay, that's something that's preventable. Once the purse is taken, it's not just your credit cards and your money they want your personal ID. And personal ID theft is the fastest growing crime we have here in the city. So you're preventing not only one crime, but 2 crimes in that. By just learning not to leave your purse on the back of your chair in a restaurant. Purses in shopping carts. I was just, before I came here, I went to the P Street Whole Foods to have something to eat before. 20 women in that store while I was there had their purses in the carts. They were over here shopping. The cart is over here with the purse wide open, wallet right at the top. That's easy pickings. Okay, that's a preventable crime. That's too easy. We've got to get the word out. Don't leave your purse in the shopping cart. So through studying the crimes that we've had, I found that more than 50% of them are preventable. And you can prevent them through the sheet that you all have. It's called Simple Crime Fighting Tips. You can prevent 50% of the crime just by following these tips. Now, we're not going to read through this now. I'm going to show you everything that you got tonight, and when you get home, you can read it. And if you have any questions, you'll contact Saul, and if he can't answer the questions, he'll contact me. But this is what you're going to do. You're going to educate your neighbors. You're going to communicate with your neighbors about ways to prevent crimes. And that's what we're going to work on. So let's go back to here. This is the 2nd District. This is, as I said, whoa. This is my PSA up here. This is 201. And every one of those blue dots is a block captain. We have 240 block captains in PSA 201. That's for apartment buildings and single blocks. We still don't have 100%. We still have many blocks without block captains. So, and people die, people move. You constantly are replacing. So, you know, you need to keep in touch with your neighbors and bring people in to try and help to put a block captain in the block that doesn't have one. So when I come back and I see your, yeah? Did I hear something? Oh, I see your map the next time I'm here. I want to see a dot in every block. Hold on a second. This is yours, and before you leave tonight, I'd like you to come up and put a dot where your block is. I've got a red pen, we'll do yours in red so that we can see it nicely. So before you leave, each of you has a copy of PSA 208 map so that you can look at it. When I took over my PSA, I had 70% inaccuracy in the number that was below the block. There's a little green number. That means that DDOT, the police, fire, everybody who's trying to find an address is not finding the right location. The block numbers were wrong. I really want you to check your PSA and look to make sure that the numbers below that block that you live on are actually on that block. If they're not, make sure that either Saul or I know so that we can correct that. What do we do in Neighborhood Watch? And I know yours is called Neighborhood Network. I'm going to talk about Neighborhood Watch though, because that's really what we're talking about. What we do is we study crimes, and we try to see what can we do about it. Is there something we can do about it? Crime just doesn't happen. Crime happens for reasons in most cases. If I'm away and I don't tell my neighbors and I don't tell the Post and the newspaper piles up in front of my house, it's a red flag for a burglary, okay? Crime doesn't just happen, it's selected. If I leave my laptop and my purse in my car, and somebody's looking for money to get their next fix, and they're walking along the street, and they look from car to car to car, and they see my purse and my laptop, my car is going to be the one that they're going to break the window on, open the door, and take my belongings. If I don't leave anything in the car, they're less likely to bother my car. Preventable crimes, okay? So that's what we really need to do. So what we do is we look at this crime map actually has too much crime on it. It has too long of a period of crime. If I'd just done 1 month, it would have been easier to look at. But you can find clusters. So you look for the same symbol in a very small area. So that symbol is burglaries. Okay, these 3 are burglaries. They're all within the same block. Why did those burglaries happen? Well, what you do is you take a look and you go out at night, first of all. Biggest thing, light places discourage crime, dark places encourage crime. Most often when we find a cluster of burglaries or thefts from auto late at night, it's because the street light is out. It's a dark place, people are not seeing anything that's going on, it's too easy to have a crime there. So your job as block captain is to make sure that your street lights, your alley lights are working. You call 311 and you get a service number, you report the location, the nearest home to the pole. You have to tell them whether it's wooden or metal so they know what kind of truck to bring. And the city has now put red and blue numbers on every single light pole. So if you give them the the yellow, black numbers, that's the number that you have to call in. It's either a black strip with yellow numbers or a yellow strip with black numbers. I don't remember which, but we can look when we go out tonight. But every pole now in the city is supposed to have a number like that, so that when you call 311 and report the light out, you can give them that number. Okay, very easy.